Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, Mr. Searly P. It's Tuesday the 9th of February. We have a load of new mods and we have a few updates. The updates are as follows. The Rasvet map by Ben, the Robert F2800 by ETA Landmensch, the Old Lizard Car Trailer Pack by Ostry and Cashtan18, the WBM MEC H6 by WhiteBallModding, the New Holland T7 series by Blauer, the Kvernland PB100 by MBE, and the Machine Shelter Small by Cave Modding have all had updates today. Right in front of me then, let's get going. We have got the tyre, well there's three there, but the tyre by Chata or Chata Modding, 0.92 megabytes download, 3 slots for the first one on console. These are tyres that you buy. They don't strap down actually. I put them into the back of a pickup and they wouldn't strap down, but these are designed to be put on the top of bunker silos, so silage clamps, things like that. As a decorative object around the map if you want to have an old tyre yard or something, or it's entirely up to you, or if you just want to set yourself up a bit of a farmer training centre, you can have a load of these lined up and you can do the whole running through tyres if you want to. These are found bizarrely once they're downloaded under pallets, 25 each to buy, and once you bought the first one for 3 slots they drop down to 1. Yeah, that's it. Tyre by Chata Modding. Next, we've got these. This is the plastic road barrier. This is by FSM Creations, 0.26 megabytes download, 1 slot on console. We've had loads of barriers and various different cones and those kind of things before. This does say in the mod hub that it stops traffic. So again, from a storytelling point of view, that's pretty cool. So what I did was tried it, because obviously there's no traffic on No Man's Land. So here's a short clip. That's pretty cool as well. As you can see, they do strap down. You can pick them up and move them around. These you will find not under placeables, but under tools and miscellaneous. So the options available. We can change the design colour, which is the segments on the inside. And then the main colour, the segments on the outside. So you can mix and match to your heart's content. Did I say that was 0.26 megabytes download? I probably did, 0.26. So there you go. The plastic road barriers by FSM Creations. Pretty handy bit of kit though. Next up, we've got the Wooden Ladders Pack. This is by Camille, K4mil. 7.59 megabytes download, 2 slots for each of them on console. There are quite a lot to choose from, not just these two. This is just an example. These ones that are kind of more manufactured are a little bit longer, and there's a couple of ones that have been made, you know, by someone out of a few twigs and some slats type thing. You can pick them up. They do strap down. Once they're leant up against something, you can climb them. So if you're looking for a ladder, maybe this is what you're after. These are also under tools and miscellaneous. So we've got ladder 1, ladder 2, 3, 4. I can't see much difference in them unless it's a coloured difference or lengths. Maybe. So they're all the same price. 5, 6, 7 and 8 are the two that are kind of made by hand, I guess. So there are 8 to choose from. Like I say, they're strapped down, move them around, use them however you wish. The Wooden Ladders Pack by Camille. Next, we've got this. Now, this says shed in the mod hub on the website. When you go into the store to buy it, it says shelter for the combine. Yeah, you might get a small, some maybe medium-sized combine in there. Tarp, well, they're tarps, I guess they are, aren't they? Hanging down from the sides, nicely detailed. Not a bad size. You don't have to put a combine in there. You can put anything you like in it. This is 4.04 megabytes download and 4 slots on console. It's by Rejman. You'll find it under sheds. Shelter for the combine. 2,000 to buy and place it wherever you want. Very nice indeed. Right next to it, just so I realised I haven't checked this one out. This is the garage, 73 by 12 metre. This is by DMGmodding. It is 3.97 megabytes download and 7 slots on console. Very nicely detailed though. Though. Very nicely detailed. You can walk away down inside. Lighting. There are strip lights. Let me just check on the mod hub to the side of me. Does it say automatic lighting? It says season's ready, but doesn't say. I will have a look. Is it just me? It always seems a bit weird when there's no sound effect. Always a little bit of one. It's difficult because I've got my headphones on. There we go. Lighting. Very bright as well. Not a bad size. Very nicely made that. This is also under sheds. 45,000 to buy. And what did I say it was? 4 slots. And then it goes down to 1 if you want to go for another one. Not bad at all. Moving on. We have this. This is the Lizard SA2074. This is by Ostry and Slyclif. It is 2.96 megabytes download and 3 slots on console. It's a potato planter. Very nicely detailed. There's loads going on down there as well. Looks like a 3-row. Or is it going to be 3 rows? Is it going to be 2 rows with the troughs either side? We'll see. I've cultivated a little bit in front because obviously it's going to need that because it's not going to be a direct drill. Potato planters generally aren't. This will be under tools and potato technology. The SA2074. 1,100 to buy. Requires 30 horsepower. It will run at 3 miles an hour. It's 3 meters wide. Options available. We can have it grey, we can have it white or red. Capacity at 240 litres, 300 litres or 370 litres. So let's hook up and see it doing its thing. So you don't turn it on, just drop it down. Looks like it's mechanically operated. Detail on that, all doing its what it should be doing. All cogs whirring and now I've run out of cultivated ground now, but that's very nice indeed. That there you go, the Lizard SA2074 by Ostry and Slyclif. Next up, we've got the Lizard PZ230. This is a, I think it's not even a, is it a metre? I'm trying to think now, it's not very wide. This is a plough, 2.21 megabytes download. It is 3 slots on console. No, 2 slots on console. This is by Blodisgo. Let's look it up. Only a 2 furrow. This is found under ploughs. There you go, the PZ230. 500 to buy, requires 25 horsepower. Yeah, 0.6 meters. You'll run at 7 miles an hour, and options available are, we can change the main colour to anything on that palette. So, drop it down. This doesn't fold or anything like that, or tip over, not that I can tell. So then we can turn the plough on that. We can create fields if you want to. Like I said before, with the narrow ones, it can take you a long time to actually make a field, but if you want to, you can create your own fields using a plough. So there we go. Lizard PZ230 by Blodisgo. Let's drop that down. Next, we have got, this is also Lizard. This is the Lizard KUS 3.0B, which is this bit here. Let's go around where we've got the light, which is this bit here, which is the cultivator. Well, that's it's a subsoiler, this one. Hang on, I think it's a subsoiler. Might be a cultivator. Cultivator, I think. And then on the back, we've got this section here, which is the Alpha SP8. 3 slots for each of these. If you add this bit on, you can put grass down at the same time. You can put oilseed radish or canola if you want to. Now it's a little bit tricky because you have to have this lowered to go underneath that, otherwise it doesn't like to attach or detach particularly well. But then lowering it puts you into the ground for actually cultivating. But I mean it's a minor thing, but it does need to be worked like that. 4.91 megabytes download. This is also by Ostry and Slyclif. You'll find the seed portion here under seeders, the Lizard Alpha SP8, 3200, 450 litre capacity. It'll run 8 miles an hour, and like I said, it'll do grass, it'll do oilseed radish, and it will do canola. There are no options available. It comes like that. The other section is under cultivators. There you go, the KUS 3.0B, 10 grand to buy. Also 3 meters, requires 100 horsepower. That says it'll run 9 miles an hour. So if you use a cultivator on its own, 9. If you put the seeder on it, it goes 8. Well, that's at least what it's saying. Main colour, all we can do is change it from the grey to the blue, and that just changes the, I always get it wrong, shanks, or is it coulters that are on the end? As you can see, they change colour like that. So, if we hook up to it, and just drop it down, and off we go. We're cultivating very happily, no problem at all, at 3 meters. Now as you can see, when we get up to this, it's quite high, and we kind of catch on that. I mean, it kind of goes through, but I don't think it's supposed to. So if we go lower and onto it, we can then attach that, and if we turn it on, we are now seeding at the same time. So in essence, it then becomes a fairly small, to be fair, a 3 metre direct drill, because we're using the cultivator for the direct drill part and we're sowing at the same time. Admittedly, it doesn't do everything. It will, you know, canola is for the most part what you might want as a crop, but it will do grass and it will do oilseed radish as well. Turn that off, and then we can lift the hole up. Like I say, detaching it is a little bit difficult. Well, yeah, that and detach, it sort of swings on there. It doesn't want to get off. It's quite happy being there. There you go. Now it's finally decided it will, and you can remove yourself, extricate yourself from the situation should you need to. So there you go, that's the Lizard KUS 3.0B and the Alpha SP8 by Ostry and Slyclif. Very handy. Moving on from there, we have this. This is the MTS11. This is by DMGmodding, 7.86 megabytes download, 4 slots on console. This is a subsoiler, so you'll get the ploughed state, but you'll get the cultivated look. So if you need to plough, subsoilers often are pretty handy. This is a 4 metre, I think it is. But what's impressive about this, most of the subsoilers are fairly slow. This subsoil's at 9 miles an hour, I think it says, which is quite handy. This you'll find under subsoilers, but this one, the MTS11, goes at 9. Yeah, 4 metres wide, 100 horsepower required. We can change the design colour, like so. We can change the main colour, like so. It's actually very nicely detailed. All the springs and various different bits on there, bolt heads. So, it should be a simple case of connecting up and off we go. Lower it down. There we go. 9 miles an hour, we are subsoiling. Very nice indeed. That's the MTS11 by DMGmodding. Next, we've got the Köckerling Sternopack pack. Sternopack because it's a packer. It's a pack because there are actually 2 of them. This is by LS-Modding. It's 6.18 megabytes download. It is, how many slots are these? 4 slots each because there are 2 of them. There's a narrow one, a 1.6 metre, and this one which is the 3 metre. It might be 1.65, something like that. I think it's a front packer. Judging by the way when I bought it in the store or leased it, the way round it was, I just got the feeling it was a front packer. That said, it will work on the back. I have tried it on the rear and it will work perfectly well. Again, very nicely detailed. So this one is under cultivators, I think it was. Yeah, so we've got the Sternopack 165, 50 horsepower required, 4 slots, 1.6 metres. It will go 11 miles an hour. Options available, there are none. It's in Köckerling blue. Then we've got the Sternopack 300, which is 9,000. Oh, that was 5,500. That's 9,900. Also 4 slots. Also requires 50 horsepower. 3 metres wide. We get the little hazard things on them as well. Drop it down. We'd have actually got into the tractor first, wouldn't it? Drop it down. And like I say, you can use it as a front packer, so you could run that with then a seeder on the back if you wanted to, or if you just want to run it as a cultivator. Actually, that, no, it's going the right way. It's because of the speed I was going. It looked like it was going backwards. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a front pack. So there you go, the Köckerling Sternopack pack by LS-Modding. Next, actually, yeah, but we'll do these next, I think. We have got these. This is the Profi line single axle. This is 6.88 megabytes download. There are 10 slots each, and there are 3 of them in this pack. This is by Landmensch. So we have the slurry spreader itself with an attacher on the back. In this pack, we get 2 different attachments that go on the back. We've got a 9 metre Mosher, and we've got a 14.8 metre gooseneck one over there. But what I've also done on the 3rd one, I've got a regular, a Zunhammer cultivator spreader, because that connector should attach to any of the various different slurry attachments that we get. This is incredibly detailed, really detailed mod. A few different tyre options available, including rear steer, I think, on all the tyre choices. The first one is the vacuum version. There is a screw pump version, and then there's one that says both. I think it's both or all. Weirdly though, yeah, combined version. So this one, the vacuum one, so you've got vacuum pumps and stuff here. This one over here doesn't have those. It's the screw pump version, so it doesn't have any of the vacuum pumps there. But oddly, the one that says combined has the vacuum pumps, but then it has all of this here, which the first one doesn't have at all. nor does the second one. So I'm a bit puzzled by that. But yeah, like I say, the detail is incredible. If you're on PC, this is manure system ready as far as I'm aware. I think it is. Yeah, manure system ready, dynamic hoses and that kind of thing. So obviously on console it's a little bit more limited in that we can't, move pipes around and stuff like that, but it still does the job very nicely. Like I say, there are a few options, so I'll look at the options and we'll get it going, and there's so much to get through today. So, under slurry tanks. Now the options are pretty much the same on each of them. So we've got the Profi line vacuum version, which is 60 grand, the screw pump version at 65 grand, and the Profi line combined at 75. 14,000 litres each. The first one, the vacuum, requires 100 horsepower, the second one 120 horsepower, and the third one 140 horsepower. They all run at 10 miles an hour. They'll all do slurry or digestate. Options available. We can change the main colour, which at the moment is the kind of galvanised look, stainless, sorry, to orange or green, red. That's not quite Samson green. A sort of duller red. Let's stick with the galvanised. Design colour changes the mudguard colour. So at the moment there's black or white are the two options available on that. Then we've got Trelleborg, Mitres, Michelin, Nokians, back to Trelleborg. We've got standard or with steering axle. Under Mitres, standard with steering axle. Michelin, we've got the Serra XB with steering axle. And then under Nokians, we've got nursing tyres normal. We've got that with steering axle. We've then got long care tyres, also with steering axle, and then back to standard. Then at the top, we've got a connector, which has 0 degrees. You can have that with a beacon. You can have the connection with a 90-degree attachment on it, so it's changed like so. You can have that also with a beacon, then back to standard. Then you've got standard work lights or wide work lights. Just twist the angle on them a little bit. So those are the options available, and that's, I think, pretty much the same on all three. Then we've got the actual slurry spreader attachment on the back, and like I say, there are 2 of these. We can change the main colour, like so, and then the design colour, I'll put that on that. Now that doesn't show too much at the moment other than that little pipe connector. But if we go for the gooseneck, that back section is in the design colour, as you can see. So yeah, 9 metre Mosher or the 14.8 metre gooseneck are the 2 options. So let's hook this up. Now we do have, let me open the help window. Under L1, if we do right stick side to side, we can do that pipe comes out. So if you're going to go for a kind of more realistic when you're collecting your slurry or digestate, you can put the pipe out. Under R1, right stick up and down, we can adjust the height of the actual trailer on whatever you're pulling it on so you can get the level just right. L1, R1, there isn't anything, but if we back up and hook up, pipes attach, beacon on the back. Now this one is the 9 metre. I don't think we can actually, this doesn't adjust. I think it might swing as we go. So if we turn on the slurry tanker, yep, and away we go. So that just swings side to side out to 9 metres. Turn that off. Lower what? There we go. That was weird. But oddly, when I was pressing that lower slurry distributor, nothing was lowering and nothing was raising or lowering. It's just a, I guess it's just, I'm not sure actually. This one's the 14.8 metre on the back. Again, what should happen if I turn on, let's go out to 14.8. It doesn't make any difference raising or lowering that. But what we'll have a look as well is the rear steer on the tyres. You can see the rear tyres turn in there. And then what we'll do is with the last one, it's going to do it again, isn't it? lower that, and disconnect. So this is just a Zun hammer attachment on the back. It's the same slurry tanker, just to show that it will attach up to other things. So this one, we need to lower the cultivator. Go back to that, turn it on. So with that one, it will cultivate and slurry at the same time. But as you can see, it is working with another attachment. It does still hook the pipes up. Doing its thing. There we go. That's a nice looking slurry tanker, slurry spreader. I like that. That's the Profi line single axle by Landmensch. Actually, I meant to say the attachments that go on the back. Weirdly, the tanker itself is 10 slots for the first one. These attachments were 15. So that attachment was more than all of that. I'll never understand the slot thing. Okay, next. We have this. This is the MEC Corporation Tandem 24T, 13.93 megabytes download, 13 slots on console. This is by JavierZzS and Vanquish 081. It's a 24-ton trailer. Very nicely detailed. Few options available. You will find this under Tools and Trailers. There you go, the Tandem 24T. Takes pretty much everything, 24,000 litres. We can change the rim colour to anything on that palette. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette. Design colour changes the cover. We can have Lizard, Trelleborg, Michelin and back again. But no options within those, just those three tyre choices. Then the front you can have it with ball coupling or with drawbar like a pin hitch coupling, depending on what you're pulling it with. Most tractors will do both, but you can change that if you wish. As you can see with the cover, when it's filled up, there is a little bit of clipping between the cover and the contents. I've got cord in there at the moment, so there is a little bit of a clip there. Lights, indicators, unload, cover open. Nice, steady, smooth animation for unloading. There we go. That's the MEC Corporation Tandem 24T. Next, we've got this. This is bizarre. I mean, it's something a little bit different, isn't it? Something to add in if you want to do a storyline and that kind of thing. This is the trailer Vivencia by SrVertex, DMGmodding and Piazada Farm. 12.21 megabytes download and 13 slots on console. It does say these are used during sugarcane harvesting for the crews and staff, shelter out of the heat and that kind of thing. This will also carry fuel. I think it's 260 litres, something like that. But when you open it all up, you can go up into the back, and there's somewhere for people to, they can sit and eat and put your rubbish, notices and things on there. Like I say, just out of the heat, and like a little snack wagon, cantina, mobile type thing. It's a little bit different, isn't it? Now, I hook up to it, and I've got my lights on. The lights are on it, which is a good point. I didn't see a light switch, because as soon as you disconnect from the tractor, the lights go off. I don't think there is a light switch. Which means you have to have it hooked up all the time if you want the lights on. If I open up the help menu, like so, if we fold the tipper, L1 and X puts the ladders away. If we do R1, right stick under R1 closes the door, and then up and down on R1 closes all of those, so we can open and close the door. So that's how you transport it, and when you get to where you're going, open up the door, open up all the hatches, unfold tipper, and you're good to go. It's certainly different. This you will find under sugarcane technology, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, trailer Vivencia, 4,500. It was, yeah, 12.21, 13 slots for the first one, which drops down to 1. It will take 260 litres of fuel, so you can fuel up vehicles when you're out and about. We can change the rim colour to anything on that palette, and there are a whole load of options on there. Main colour, again, we've got a load of metallics. There's all sorts of different colours. Have a play around. I'm sure you'll find something you'll like. Design colour changes the ladder colour. And then we've got the option of Trelleborg, Lizard, Mitre, and back again. Under Trelleborgs, we've got tyre 1, which has got more of a knobbly tread and then a smooth tread. Under Lizard, just standard Lizard tyre. Under Mitre, we've got a much more chunky tyre. Then you've got decals. On the side it says Vivencia 14. You've got decals 1, decals 2, decals 3. Back off again. Then you've got twin wheels, no, or yes if you want to go for twins. And then attachers, plus trailer hitch. So if you want to bring out sugarcane trailer or something with you, or I don't know, if you want to bring out more fuel, that's entirely up to you. So there you go. The trailer Vivencia by SrVertex, DMGmodding and Piazada Doe Farm. Next, we've got this get-up, this rig. This is the Timber Runner for Unitrac. This is 7.73 megabytes download. It's by LS-Agrar and Vectorman. The required mod to go with this is the Lintner Unitrac pack by Vectorman, which is this one here. That pack on its own, which comes with a whole load of stuff too, is 20.97 megabytes. The trailer pack is just, yes, I said 7.73, didn't I? You've got the saddle track back section, which has the fifth wheel attacher on it, is 4 slots. And then the trailer itself, which is a timber trailer, as you can see, with straps as well, that's 10 slots. Question you may be wondering is, with the Alpine Farming DLC, we got a Giants version of this, the Unitrac, which is this one just here. Will this all work and hook up with the Giants version of it from the Alpine Farming DLC? Yes, it will. I've tried it. It does hook up, it does work, and it does run. But obviously, it's been made by Vectorman. Vectorman probably wants you to use his. It's actually cheaper to buy this one, the Unitrac 82, than it is, in store to get the Giants one. But there you go. So under, I think it's miscellaneous, is where you'll find the saddle module, 2,400. Like I say, 4 slots for the first one. That then drops down to 1. We can change the colour of it to anything on that palette. And then under forestry equipment, why can't I say forestry? I keep saying forestry. Every time I say forestry equipment, we've got the Flegel wood trailer for Unitrac, 16,000 to buy. And that one is 10 slots. We do have the option as well to change the rim colour to anything on that palette. And we can have Trelleborg, Lizard, or Nokian tyres. Under Trelleborg, we've got standards, we've got rear twins, and back again. Under Lizards, we've got standard, or we've got crawler track. Because with the actual main vehicle itself, you can have crawler tracks if you want. Obviously, this is not about the main vehicle. This is what's come out today. The main vehicle by Vectorman came out quite a while ago. And then under Nokian, you just got a standard tyre choice. There you go. So we'll hop in. Now, something that didn't dawn on me. If you get that, can you hook up to a normal semi-trailer? Because that's a 5th wheel attacher. Didn't think about that. But we can hook up to that. It's a cool looking rig. The back axle steers as well, as you can see. Gives it a really nice tight turning circle. That's a very cool bit of kit, that. Very nice indeed. So there we go. That is the Timber Runner for Unitrac by LS-Agrar and Vectorman. Next, we've got these. This is... I just keep thinking Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And that's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang before YouTube decided to demonetize me or something silly. This is the 4x4 farm trailer by Farm Centro Sul, 13.35 megabytes download, 17 slots on console. In essence, it's a chassis with an engine and a back on it. I honestly can't see health and safety people being very happy about this. There's a standard version and there's a turbo version. As you can see, we've got the turbo in here. You can have it as a flatbed with straps, or you can have it with a 4,000 litre load bed. It does come with a trailer hitch. It sounds incredible actually when you start it up. It's bonkers but brilliant, all at the same time. So this you'll find under vehicles and was it miscellaneous or cars? There we go, under cars. 4x4 trailer. It has a whopping 13 horsepower engine standard. 15 grand to buy, so not too expensive. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette. And again, there are so many to choose from. Metallics and all sorts. Rim colour, we have got a chrome, and then I don't think any of the others are metallics. But you can change it to a more standard colour if you wish. Then you can have bale loading wagon or the capacity 4,000 litre. With the 4,000 litre, it does have straps as well. And then you can have the turbo version, which has 2 grand on, which takes it from 13 horsepower to 25 horsepower. Now, this will run up to 30 mile an hour. Let's hop in, so in, start it up. Now, when you first start it up, until it actually starts ticking over, you can't drive anywhere. It has to build up enough power for you to get going, which is incredible. But everything's, I don't know. It has got lights as well. Quite bright lights too. Unload. Well, unload like that and empty. Like I say, it has got straps on the back. And then you can change the tip side to back, left or right if you wish to. Like I say, it does come with a trailer hitch. That's chitty chitty bang bang, isn't it? Oh, I don't know what's happening in the world. It's crazy. It's such a quirky, interesting looking thing, isn't it? Just wait for the flywheel. So that's the flywheel, isn't it? Like I say, I'm not an engineering bod, but and then that one's I think the lower horsepower, 13 with a flatbed. But yeah, very cool. The 4x4 farm trailer by Farm Centro Sul. Which brings me on to, looking down my list, I think the last of the mods today, and all I can say is, wow. The last of the mods for today is the Case IH AFS Connect Steiger series by KarlFarms and KMN-modding. 31.18 megabytes download. There are 4 in this pack, and these things are gorgeous. I mean, so nicely made. They look incredible. This one, get the Welcome Farms sticker, the magnet sticker as an option. We have got, I'm trying to think what they were. We have got the AFS Connect Steiger, the narrow frame Steiger, the quad track, and the row track. I think that one was the standard Steiger. That one was the narrow frame. That one is the row track, as you can see, and that's the standard quad track. I say standard, there's nothing standard about it. This one with the LSWs, look at that. Oh man, that just looks brilliant. So 31.18 megabytes download the pack. They are 42 slots for the Steiger and the quad track, and 41 slots each for the narrow frame and the row track. There are loads of options available on these. We've got options with the regular exhaust. We've got one with the cap on the top of it. We've got this one here, which puts the whole exhaust system on the side, which I think looks amazing. We've got US versions, we've got EU versions, we've got ones with rock boxes on the front. We've got obviously the bonnet opens, as you can see on that one, and when it's running you can see everything moving inside as well. Door opens. When you open the door, the interior light comes on. We've got extra lighting packages. Honestly, it is crazy. You'll find these under large tractors. So the FS Connect Steiger is the first one we're going to look at. 41 slots, 42 slots, which drops down to 3. Options available. We can change the main colour to any one of those. I personally love the green. I think it looks great, but there is a silvery grey, black, or the regular case red. Rim colour, anything on that palette, like so you can mix and match. Then design colour changes the seats inside, which again, you can then mix and match if you wish. We've got configuration. That's for the rear section over the arches. You've got standard. You've got Fender Design 1. It's difficult to tell because they're the same colour. Fender Design 1. It's one of those menus. Fender Design 2. Sorry, Fender Design 2, 3, and then back to standard. We've got wheel options of Michelin, Lizard. That just looks so good. Miters, and back to Michelin again. There's no Trelleborg under those. Under Michelin, now there are loads of options, and these come as different sizes. I'm not going to read them all out. If you look down the bottom left, as they're changing, you know, you've got with rear weights, front weights, no rear weights, both sets. So we've got 900 single 42-inch, 710 38 joules, rear weight, front weight, and then we go through a whole load of different ones. So what I'm going to do is go through the various different ones, and you'll see the different sizes change, but there are loads of options available. Then we have got, oh, that was just under Michelin, sorry, Lizards. It's under the Lizards, it's got the 1400 LSWs, which I personally think look phenomenal. Rear weight, front weight, then back to triples. Then under Mitas, I think we've only got 2 options on these. I mean, like 2 options as in size, then back to 900s. Yeah. Then we got on the front, we've got toolboxes either side, front weight carrier, oversized load signs. Then you've got 1000 weights, 2200 weights, back to toolbox. We've got US design. We can have EU design. We can have an EU without placards. We can have US with rock box on the front. We can have EU with rock box on the front and placards on the back. And back to US, we've got attachers on the back. We've got rear hitch, rear weight bracket, 2200 weights, 3100 weights, 4500 weights, quick hitch, back off. We've then got windows, regular tint, light tint, dark tint and black tint. You've then got the Steiger 500, which is 550 horsepower, the 540 at 605 horsepower, the 580 at 638, the 620 at 682 horsepower. That's mental. And back again. Then we've got beacon lights, standard, left, right. Then we go to style 2, which is the much bigger sort of domed ones, left, right, or none at all. And then we've got cover, standard, rain cap, or the EU, which puts it down like that. Now they don't all have those. I think they all do, apart from the Quadtrack. The Quadtrack doesn't have that EU version on it. Then we've got in-cab monitors, and there's a whole load of different monitors you can choose from inside. You can have none. You can have an additional field view monitor. You can have the field view monitor in a different position. You can have it precision and field view. And again, precision and field view in a different position, and then none. Lights standard. You can have it lights performance lighting or performance lighting plus, which adds on some extra lights around the whole thing. The FS Connect narrow frame. Now under the narrow frame we get narrow tyre choices. You don't get narrow tyre choices on the other ones. Again, main colour choices are the same, rim colour choices are the same, design colour choices are the same as the first one we looked at. Configuration. is the same on the rear arches. Standard, design 2, design 3, and then back again. But we've got Michelin, Lizard, Mitres, and back again. I'm pretty sure under the Michelin it's all the same options. But we then go on to narrow duals. So we've got narrow dual 30-inch weights, front and rear. Then we've got narrow triples. And then back. Lizard, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, under Lizard you've got the narrow duals with the bigger gap between them. Front weight, rear weight, narrow triples. And then the LSWs on that as well, which just looks absolutely fantastic. Love it. And then Mitres. Yeah, on the Mitres there's not as many options on this one. Same with the front, we've got the same toolbox options, all the same options for EU and EU without placards, rock boxes, same as the other one. Rear hitches are all exactly the same. It's just the narrow frame version, that's all. Windows the same. Engine sizes where it's a little bit different on this one. So we've got the Steiger 370 at 425 horsepower. We've got the 420 at 462 horsepower. And we've got the Steiger 470 at 512. So 512 horsepower is the highest horsepower you can go with the Steiger narrow frame. We have still got beacon light options are the same. Cover option is the same. And then I think in-cab monitors and lights, yeah, we've got the same options there. Performance lighting plus. There's a few different changes on that one. Then we move on to the road track, which is tracks. There's no tyre option on this. Starts off on the very narrow one, as you can see. Same options again for design colour and seat colour. Same options again on this one for the configuration, which is the rear fenders. Now this one, instead of wheel brand, we've got the tracks. So we've got 18-inch, 21-inch, 24-inch, 30-inch, back to 18. Then we've got 80-inch space, 88-inch spacing, 120-inch spacing. And if you do that with the 18-inch road tracks, it looks a little bit like that. Well, a lot like that. Again, all the same options with the front weights, toolbox, weights, weight frame, that kind of thing. Same options for all the design and attachers, windows. Engine setup on this, the 420 is 462 horsepower, the 470 is 517 horsepower, the 500 is 550 horsepower, and then we're back to 462. So this one, the road track, will only go to 550 horsepower. So only 550 horsepower. Beacon lights the same, cover the same, options, and the same with the monitors and the light package on that. And then the AFS Connect Quad Track is a beastie. Same options on the main colour and design colour. Now this one, we've got the auxiliary fuel tank on this. So where you got the rear fender sections on the other one, this one's got auxiliary fuel tank. We can have the different fenders if you don't want the auxiliary fuel tank. But then we've got Welker magnet on the auxiliary tank. So you can go with the KarlFarms magnet on there if you want. And then back to standard. Toolbox options are the same on this. I think they are anyway. Front weight carrier, oversize, yep. They're all the same. US and EU versions are pretty much the same with rock boxes and without and that kind of thing. Rear hitch options are the same. Then with this one, we've got wheel setup. We've got 30-inch track belt, 36-inch track belt. Madness. Window tints, exactly the same. And this one, with the engine, we've got the Quadtrac 470 at 512 horsepower. The 500 at 550 horsepower. The 540 at 605. The 580 at 638 horsepower. And the 620 at 682 horsepower. Beacon light options are the same. Cover options, we don't have the option for the side EU one. It's just the upright standard or rain cap version on this. Monitor options are the same, and lighting package is also the same. Let's get in one of these, shall we? And start it up. It sounds awesome. It sounds awesome. It looks phenomenally good. Beacons. Light package. This is the plus. I think it's the plus version. Yep. Extra lights in that front section there as well. You look at the option. Oh, it's good. It is good. Right, what other options have we got on this before I forget? Unfold tractor. L1 and X is for inside. So fold tractor brings that down, puts the armrest into place. Like so. If I go L1 and R1, left stick moves my seat, so you can do the operation where you're sitting to one side, so you can just look over your shoulder to keep a check on things at an angle. We can bring that back again. And then right stick does the door. And when you open the door, interior light comes on. It's very nice indeed. This one's got the various different monitors. So in the different configurations, we've got the various different monitors. You can have them up here to the side, all down here. It just kind of moves them all around. But it's very, very nice indeed. Now the options are the same on the other ones, but let's have a look at them, shall we? Oh, I forgot to open the bonnet on that one. I really, I don't know what it is, but I love the exhaust like that. I think that looks amazing. It's so well made, so well, I don't know, just the animations on it, everything moving as it should. Oh, very, very nice indeed. That one I've done. Yeah, so that's one's on triples. Then we got the big beastie. What are we looking at? Close cover, there we go. Open and close cover, nice smooth animation on there, but if we go around there, see everything moving. See the cab movement on there as well. I don't know why I like this one so much, but it's lovely. Probably should close the door really, shouldn't I? Turn the interior light off. What a pack! What a pack! There you go. A triumph, I think. That is by KarlFarms and KMN the case IH AFS Connect Steiger series. And I think that's it for today. This has been a much longer review today, because we've got quite a lot of stuff we had to get through. And these I just felt deserved the bit of extra time to go through all the various different options as well. Anyway, like I say, that is it for today. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.